Hi ladies and gentlemen, welcome to PP Bites. I think this is the second episode, right?
Episode 2.
Episode 2, but
yeah, basically it's just me and Kenneth having a natter and filming it. So today, what are we going to talk about?
So today we are absolutely going to talk about wired earphones, which is the reason why Project Perfection actually existed. So
yes, because we work in this line, so we are lucky enough to be to have access to some of these other earphones. But at the same time, a big part of doing something like this is actually loving it from the bottom of our hearts. Yep. How many do you bring today?
I actually brought 4 earphones today and I'd like to share them with you. So this is the first earphone that I brought in today. You probably can't really see it because it's so far, but don't worry, we'll splice in some clips. The earphone that I really rather enjoy is the QCC Neptune. Now these are not crazily, ridiculously priced earphones. In fact, they are kind of the entry level for QCC. I think why I really like them is because they do one job and do it really well. Now, the QCC Neptune, it's a single balance armature earphone.
Yeah, how does a single balance armature work for all frequency bands? That's something that I've always found to be a mystery.
With a single full range balance armature earphone, you cannot really appease both ends of the spectrum. Whether
there are gonna be some sacrifices somewhere, right? So where does the Neptune sacrifices come in?
What the Neptune does is that they try to be rather balanced, so it's rather neutral but leaning to the bass slightly, so you get a bit more bass extension. I'm not saying that it has a lot of bass, that kind of thing, it really doesn't, but it lends itself to be slightly warmer. So it's a very middle of the ground sound, but you know, because of its signature, it's actually really good for one type of music in particular. So I think it works fantastic for acoustic music. Acoustic music don't really have really low lows or extremely high highs as well, so it makes it quite good for that purpose. What about you, Ash? What's your favorite earphone that you got at the moment?
Right now, okay, I know that we carry Final, but I just want to say that I'm a Final shill from within my bones, and I want to proudly own that identity. Recently, I've been revisiting a lot of Final's earphones in order to get content out and stuff like that, but I've actually found that the one that I revisit again and again and again is still the E1000.
Yeah, you know, I actually seen you using them every single day, even when you edit like videos. The E1000s are your go-tos.
So I just want to talk a little bit about why the E1000 sort of stands out above the rest. It's a very balanced earphone. It is a perfectly normal earphone. It is also a fact that it's very binaurally competent.
It is.
Yes, so it has a very, very wide soundstage. Let's not really talk about the positioning or imaging or anything like this because it is only $39. Yeah. So like there isn't gonna be a lot of that. But if you're looking for width, if you just want to watch ASMR, you want to have like that, you know, Dolby all around you sort of effect, the E1 case is what you should go to.
What I like about them is that they are semi-open-ish, so you don't really get the very thick, you know, sometimes when you put very good ceiling earphones, they get, you know, they have that vacuum sensation in your ears. You don't get that at all with the E1000.
One thing to note is that the bass is not really that strong. The bass is enough, it is sufficient, it's present, but it's not really for bass hits. So depending on how I'm feeling, I'll actually switch the tips out. So right now I'm using the QCC 88 for a little bit of boosted bass, so you can sort of switch the tips around depending on your preference.
While we are talking about Final, I will share something about Final with you guys as well. So this, I don't think you actually buy them these days, but let me get them anyways.
Oh, you have a Final thing?
I have another Final thing, so...
What is this?
These are the Final lab ones.
Okay. Oh, that's ancient.
Yeah, they are
Which
ancient.
year was it?
I don't know, man. I
think it's way before my time.
It was before. I think it's 2014 or is it 2012? I can't remember. So what we have here are...
I was 18 in 2012.
How old was I in 2012? So the lab ones are one of Final Audio's very initial special edition earphones. It is titanium 3D printed. It is a process that is expensive. Then after that, you don't actually get a perfect result when you 3D print it.
3D printing takes time.
It does.
Yeah. How much was this back in the day?
I think this retails for about 2,000-ish Sing dollars back then. I mean, it's pretty expensive. Until today, it's still pretty expensive, right? So I think there was really a lot of work that gone into this. The way they polish it to a perfect mirror shine after that really makes it very, really rather special. Then inside it, there is actually two balance armatures. Final always has a way dealing with balance armatures, so these actually do sound very coherent and very, very good for its time. It actually portrays a very balanced sound. It's kind of similar to the present day Final B3. Anyways, the B3 came out like almost 8 years later, so it's a big improvement in technology. This was great for its time, and I actually still enjoy it today.
So it has that sort of charm that's still
Yeah,
keeping you around it.
Ancient charm by today's standards, but it's still pretty. So Ash, what's next from you?
Okay, this one is actually my last one. I don't think I want to do any more
Okay.
after this. It's this one! It's this suspicious looking baggie.
Oh my goodness, this is like a earbud.
Ted does not approve of my earbud hobby. Okay, so anyway, what I have here is the Phong TC200. I think it is the new version.
You think it's a new version?
I think it's the new version.
You think it's the new version? Okay.
No, I've been learning a lot about these things, okay? It's a very huge and unknown world to me, and they are very airy and in the sort of very like quirky chi-fi manner, you know, where there are peaks and dips where there are not really supposed to be peaks and dips. Yeah, so the trebles are really nice. The trebles are really nice. In fact, I think in the video that you filmed for me, I actually described them as giant killing, and they are.
Okay.
Except for the fact that they are like very uncontrolled and unmodulated and like everywhere. It's really nice. Honestly, it gets tiring lah for me when you listen to it for a long amount of time. But if you're someone who really wants to like, you know, pump up the highs occasionally, really get a sense of air, the soundstage, right? This is like perfectly decent, and I'm quite impressed. Today I'm doing all the El Cheapo stuff, like everything is below 50, below 10. And what is the price of your next?
So my next earphone is actually a custom earphone that I actually have. It's from this brand called It's Fit. I think it retails for 1,000-ish.
You say custom, that means expensive lah.
To be honest with you, this is the Insid Fusion. I can't remember what is the driver config inside it, or I truly cannot remember. So I think it's one of those magno-static drivers. And,
yeah, I'll append it in the notes somewhere.
And I think two more balance armature. I really can't remember. Right? So these are really pretty. I have them in a very nice carbon gold finish, which I absolutely it's like, you know, gold foil, edible gold foil, except in a custom that is very pretty. The Insid Fusion is a earphone that I like for the bass, and it has actually a kind of mids that is it's not forward mids. In fact, it's very mellow sounding. So if you just want a sound that you can just relax and just, you know, have a lazy day, this is the earphones for that.
Easy listening.
It is truly easy listening, and you know, it's actually very well made. There is no bubbles or anything.
It is extremely pretty.
It's very pretty.
Yeah.
So, and you know, I think I should mention the last earphone that I have on hand just to talk about today. It's another one from Final Audio. Now, I know that me and Ash really like Final Audio, right? But this is the E5000.
This took a very long while to grow on you. I
Yes.
remember when you first got it, you really weren't used to the sound, right?
Yeah, when I first got it, I actually preferred the E4000 over the E5000 because I felt they were a bit more neutral sounding, because I like neutral. The reason why it's here is simply because I found an amazing pairing with it that I'd like to share with everybody. So, you know, the E5000 is one of those things that sounds okay with an okay source, but what I like about it is that it actually scales like to the nth power if you pair it with something that is absolutely suitable for it. So what I paired it with these days in the office is the Kord Hugo 2. Now you might say, hey Kenneth, you are crazy, okay? This is a earphone that is not very expensive, and you pair it with a deck end that is super expensive. Yes, I do that from time to time. On its own it's okay. It's like maybe it's like a Toyota, but right now it's like you're trying to put a Ferrari engine in the Toyota, so it does crazy things.
I feel like this entire video is us trying and failing not to shill final. But either way, these are some of the sounds that we enjoy. We really do love final a lot from the bottom of our hearts. If you're the same, please leave a comment in the comment section and let us know that you're there as well.
Please let us know that you're there, and you know it's extremely important to keep us going, you know, to put food on our table some days, you know. Please like and subscribe. That is very important.
That took a turn I did not expect, but okay. So yes, please like and subscribe, give us ideas, tell us what you want to see in the comment section, and we will see you when we see you back with PP Bites.
Yeah.
Episode 3 the next time. So for now, ta-ta, bye-bye.
Bye guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye. What toilet?
Toilet!
Hiya. So with that, I think this is...
Why do you end everything with just with that? Yeah, this entire video is giving me anxiety. I don't know how to edit it.